Aquarius, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Aquarius love reading. I am sorry it has been so long since my last reading for you. These past 3 months have been a nightmare. We're just going to leave it at that. I don't really feel like talking about it right now. Let's just say one thing after another happened, and I'm pretty sure it's finally over with now. Had to go to court on September 21st, not because I was in any kind of trouble. I got called to testify in something, and it's been highly stressful. Yeah, 8 of Wands, overwhelmed for me for sure. Yeah, but it's over with now. I'm back. Let's get on with this Aquarius love reading for October 2023, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest here in October 2023. I'm going to get one card to represent the shared energy that's affecting both of you. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Aquarius, 3 cards for your person. And then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get started with this Aquarius October 2023 love reading. What is the mutual point of interest between Aquarius and their romantic person of interest here in October 2023, please? Oh, we got something going on here. Things trying to explode on it. What's going on with you, Aquarius? What's going on with Aquarius as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them? The October 2023, please. Well, this one actually was the first one. We'll take these two separate together here. What's going on with your person? What's going on with Aquarius's romantic person of interest as it relates to Aquarius? The connection between them in October 2023, please. You did it? Okay. Over here. Yes, you saw me flip cards right side up. I don't read reversals, so whenever they come out reversed, I just naturally flip them over. Don't even really pay attention to the fact that I'm doing it unless I get screamed at, and then I'll keep it. But bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading, King of Swords. This is some Aquarius energy right here, possibly Gemini energy. This is a decision-making energy right here. This is someone who is very emotionally detached when they make their decisions, though. They throw their emotions out the window. They act as if they don't have emotions, even though they do. They're very logical and rational and reasonable, and what's right in front of me, let me do the math and see if this adds up correctly. And they're going to make the best, most logical decision available, not really giving a concern about anyone's feelings here. So this could be describing someone making some kind of decision, being very logical about it. It could be someone being very cold and calculated and detached here. Yeah, might be that. 9 of Pentacles right below that. This is Virgo energy. This is a singles energy. This is being physically single, physically independent. Like, I'm self-sufficient. I don't need you to take care of me physically or financially. I can do all that stuff all on my own. I'm good. I got me. Doesn't mean that this person necessarily wants to be single. It just means that they're being very logical in terms of being single, being self-sufficient here. Oh, yeah, they got something much deeper going underneath the surface, though. The Devil is right below that. Capricorn's Major Arcana card. This is heavy toxic energy here. This is obsession. It's addiction. It's compulsive behavior. It's something under the surface, probably in the unconscious mind, that's really driving everything, that's really in control. This is not a person who is actually in control of what's going on. Something inside them is controlling things. This is a feeling of like being trapped, like I can't escape from something. A lot of times this will be like an element of someone's shadow, like a piece of themselves that they don't like, that they don't want you to see, or that they don't want to see themselves. A lot of times it comes from something painful that has happened to someone in the past, and they never really properly addressed that pain, that thing that was wrong. They just kind of like suppressed it and pushed it down and swept it under the rug and pretended like it didn't happen, only it did happen, and the pain is still there, and the message from the pain isn't being listened to. So now it's like taking control and driving things in the background. It could have some sort of healthy or unhealthy obsession with being single and independent. And then they rationalize what they're doing with their conscious, calculated mind. That's just overall energy. That's just what I'm feeling so far. We'll probably come back to that as we go along. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you in some way here in October 2023. It doesn't always affect you both exactly the same way. Sometimes they do this and you feel the ramifications of it, or vice versa. Sometimes they say or do something and it makes you feel this way, or vice versa. Sometimes it's legitimately an external thing that's affecting you both. But the mutual point of interest for the two of you in October 2023 is the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy of progress being halted, forward movement being stopped. Things are stuck. They're at a dead standstill. No progress is being made on something. We're stuck right here. Now, this can also be an energy of someone who's looking at things from a different perspective than normal, a different point of view than normal, trying to gain enlightenment here, trying to figure out why is this stuck? What can I do to unstick this and move forward here? But the key point is where the focus is. They're not looking internally. They're not looking at themselves about why is something stuck. They're looking externally. Like, what is it about you that has this stuck? What is it about this situation that has it stuck? I'm completely not at fault here. I'm totally independent. I got all this. There's something driving it under the surface, and they're not looking at whatever that is. I'm going to clarify this and see what else we can find out for you here. Tell me more about the Hanged Man. Why is that the mutual point of interest for Aquarius and their romantic person of interest? Oh, we got a lot here. We got a lot. Wow. Cheat those keep that. Man. Normally get 3 clarifiers. I just got 5. On the bottom of the deck. Ooh, hey. 5 of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. 5s are conflict, change. This is abandonment. It's about being cast aside. It's about being left out in the cold, tossed away, discarded. This is usually like a breakup type of an energy, or someone feeling abandoned, or sometimes someone feeling like they're not good enough in some way. Now, this is shared energy that's affecting both of you here. So we've got something going on where there's this hang up, progress is being halted because there has been a breakup, an abandonment, or someone feels not good enough. Yeah, I think there's been a breakup. I have the Fool right underneath that. This is about taking the blind leap of faith on something. It's not needing to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before I take the first step, not needing to know what the final outcome is going to be before I take the first step. It's about just saying, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it, and I'll figure it out as I move along. It can also represent taking risks outside of a connection, taking a leap of faith in that sense, taking unnecessary risks. Got some intuitive knowing going on behind that, though. The High Priestess is here. This is she who knows. Like, she's got access to all the information you and I as humans, we don't have access to. She knows everything. She sees everything. She just doesn't always tell us everything until it's time for us to know. And that's when the intuition kicks in. That's when the gut feelings kick in and you start noticing things. And now you have this internal knowing, and you know something even though you don't have any actual way of knowing it. You just know. And now there's sadness and remorse. Scorpio energy, another 5. More conflict, emotional conflict here. This is sadness and remorse about the past. This is an energy of what a person focuses on is literally going to dictate to them what emotions they experience, how they feel. Here, a person's focused on the past and they're feeling what they felt in the past. They're focused on something they've lost and they're feeling that loss. They're focused on something that they don't have and they're feeling that gap in their life. This is about negative, lower vibrational emotions here. There is still 2 cups in the background, 2 full cups. There is still a connection here, but there's regrets. There's some stuff that was done that looks like shouldn't have been done. And it caused the death in the connection. Scorpio major arcana energy. This is also Scorpio energy. Okay. When I clarify this Hanged Man, progress being halted, things not moving forward, I get the 3 of Swords. the Emperor, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Tower. Whew. Well, right in the center of all this is a new beginning in love and emotions. This can also represent trying to fill the cup back up between the two of you. Like start over from square one in terms of love and emotions, but this is a new beginning in love and emotions, especially when it's got this Knight of Wands right beside. I'm just going to start at the beginning and go through. Three of Swords is Libra energy. This is heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy being involved. Now, that I'll say right now that third energy is not always another person. It's not always a romantic third party when it is, although it definitely can be. And I see some stuff out here that could lead me to think that already. This can literally be that double toxic energy. That third energy can be whoever caused this pain to you or your person here in the past, and it hasn't been addressed and hasn't been healed properly yet. And there's still this wall coming up that it's blocking things. That could be that person who's caused this, and now it's affecting both of you. It could be that we have some cheating going on. It could be any of those type of things. So just take it however it resonates for you. Next, we have the Emperor. This is the Aries Major Arcana card. This is an energy of control. So is the Devil. It's about taking control, being in charge of a situation. These two cards, even though they're both control cards, this is a person who is in control and displays control. And this is a person who's out of control internally. And when I have both of these together, this feels like someone who is out of control. And they just rationalize it. They try to present this image of being in control, but they probably go into the realm of controlling instead of being in control. They try to control the things external to them. Hey, this is also someone who puts barriers in place, boundaries in place. They make the rules. They draw the lines. They dictate policy on how things are going to go. And it looks like under their rule, we've had a heartbreaking third energy involved here. A new cup of love showing up is what this looks like. We've got player energy here with this Knight of Wands. This is back and forth, in and out, really fast moving, passion driven energy. This is rushing forward, taking rapid, passionate action on something there's passion and desire for. But this is called the player of the tarot deck, because this can be that wishy-washy bullshit, in and out, back and forth. I come rushing in and tell you everything I need to hear, that you need to hear in order for me to get what I want. And then I run off and go do that same bit somewhere else and come back and forth playing both sides of the fence. That's really what this is looking like. And I'm in control, so I can do whatever the hell I want. And ultimately, of course, that leads to a tower, as it always leads to a tower. I mean, duh, common sense. But this is the collapse of something. This is probably the collapse of the relationship. At the very least, the collapse of a belief system, like this mental model of the world you were operating from, where you believed this connection was one way, and now all of this has transpired and it's shattered that belief. Definitely looking like we're having a breakup here and someone moving on, being all independent. But there's toxicity driving all this, toxicity that's not been healed. That is the shared energy affecting you both here in October 2023. Let's take a look at your energy, Aquarius, because in your energy, we got Justice, the Eight of Pentacles. When you got these two come out together, we got the Sun and the Lovers. You got a lot of major arcana energy here. 3 out of your 4 cards. Justice is the Libra major arcana card. This is the most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. It's about cutting away something that's not in balance, so balance can get restored, and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. What's supposed to happen can happen. But just the fact that it's here is telling me that something unfair and unbalanced has occurred. Something is out of whack that needs corrected. It's just a question of, can it be? Tell me more about Justice. Why is the first card here for Aquarius, October 2023, please? Okay. Giving me extra cards all over the place. Let's see. That one was upside down, and I'm being told to take note of that. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. This is the fastest moving knight in the deck. I'm getting ahead of myself. Knight of Swords right out here. fastest moving knight in the deck. It's about rushing forward and taking some rapid, decisive action on something. This is not the person who comes rushing in and then sits down to read the instructions or try to figure out what am I supposed to do now. This is the person who just does it and they don't think about it first. They don't think about it while they're doing it. Very spur of the moment, spontaneous, impulsive kind of energy here. This is just, I'm doing it and I'll think about it later. Kind of similar in that sense to that full energy of just taking a leap of faith. Yeah. But then there's this Nine of Wands here, Sagittarius energy of being walled off and defensive. This could probably be some really cutting words. This could be somebody just saying some stuff that should have been said a whole different way. I don't really like saying this, but sometimes this is like the narcissist kind of an energy to me. I've got it out here in both decks already. But this is the wounded warrior, and it's an energy of healing in the sense that he's been hurt and he's built this wall around himself as a way to protect himself from getting hurt. He doesn't want to get hurt anymore. He doesn't want to get hurt again. He's trying to heal and move forward. But this doesn't really add up very well when there's this spontaneous, like, boom, super fast energy and no thought about it. And now it's like, oh, I'm hiding behind my wall here. I don't want to get hurt. Hierophant below that. This is the Taurus Major Arcana card. This is usually commitment to me, like being in a committed relationship, taking things to the next level, but there's a wall in front of that. Like that's being blocked off, probably based on some very quick, impulsive actions here. This looks like somebody did something stupid and tried to get away with it and then is like acting like they're in control when they're not. I don't really jive with that. That's when I clarify justice. I get on normally 3 clarifiers. I got 5 this time. I got another 5. The 5 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups. And there's that King of Swords again. That's the overall energy of the reading. 5 of Wands is Leo energy. Again, 5s are conflict. This can be competition, it could be conflict. This could be a conflict in the desires because wands are about desires and passions. So this could be some internal conflict you're having about whether or not this can be balanced out and made right again. This could be a piece of you wants to balance it out and make it right, and another piece of you is like, hell with that, and no way, this has been way wrong, they're not doing this anymore. This could be that internal conflict you're having because this is a relationship reading. This could be a piece of you, like you want to go one direction, they want to go a different direction. You both want different things and you're pulling in opposite directions, and there needs to be some sort of balance about that. But 2 of Pentacles, this is Capricorn energy. 2s are choices, they're decisions, and this is some decision where you're weighing the options. You're looking at the pros and the cons, and you're trying to make a decision like, do I or don't I, should I or shouldn't I, where I have to pick one and I can't do both at the same time. This is an energy of balance. Balance is coming into play a lot here already in the first column of your energy here, but this is more balance in terms of like trying to maintain my balance or trying to get my balance back once I've lost it here. Emotions are rough and choppy in the background with the wavy water tossing the ships all over the place. This is like 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy. Like I can't really make up my mind and I'm going back and forth about it. Fits perfectly in line with this internally conflicted, torn kind of an energy here. Next we have 3 of Wands. This is Aries energy of essentially waiting on something. This is like being at the beginning stages of manifesting something you want, and having already started taking steps in that direction, taking actions to create the thing that you've wanted, and having this positive expectancy that the thing I want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. It hasn't materialized in physical reality yet, and I'm still waiting on that to get here, but believing it's going to come. But waiting when something unfair and unbalanced is going on, waiting when you're torn and conflicted and pulling yourself in more than one direction and back and forth about it and can't make up your mind, that's a painful place to wait in. I sure as shit don't like it. 9 of Cups, this is This is Pisces energy. This is another singles energy. We've already seen the Nine of Pentacles. That's about being, excuse me, physically single, not needing another person to physically or financially take care of you and being able to do it on their own. Yeah, that's tied here to this King of Swords energy. Funny how this Nine of Cups is also singles energy, also tied to King of Swords energy. This is feeling like your person. This is a card of like personal happiness and personal wish fulfillment. It's oftentimes goes too far and crosses the line into overindulgence and self-indulgence and being smug and self-centered and all about me, myself, and I. So this is usually in a case like this with all this kind of context around it. This would be someone who's much more concerned with their own personal happiness and wish fulfillment than whatever it is you're waiting on. They're emotionally detached because they're totally okay emotionally in and of themselves. They don't require an external person to feel any certain type of way. They don't require an external person. Look, it's like they don't require that emotionally. They don't require that physically. They've got something else driving them. They've got something where they've been hurt and they're walled off from their emotions is what they're walled off from. And it looks like it may be based on some kind of an ending that they didn't see coming that happened to them at some point, where they got stabbed in the back or something happened and they didn't have any idea that was coming and caught them off guard. It's kind of what that's looking like. Again, yeah, this is very emotionally distant, emotionally detached, decision-making kind of an energy. Very like I'm not even consulting my emotions when I decide. I'm just doing this by the numbers. Eight of Pentacles is central to your energy here for October 2023. This is Virgo energy. This is a card of work. It's putting in the work, putting in the time, effort, and energy on something to get what you want, or at the very least being willing to put in the work and being willing to put in the effort and energy on that. So let's clarify this. Tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles. Why is that central to Aquarius's energy? See, spare one more, please. Maybe we'll take anonymous one. They keep giving me extra cards for you here. Let's see. Bottom of the deck. There's that High Priestess again. Your intuition is talking to you. Your gut feelings are talking to you. Signs, synchronicities, dreams, messages you're receiving, whether you can explain them or not, whether it makes logical sense or not. This is not that voice in the back of your head. This is your intuition talking to you. You know something, and whether or not you want to believe it is a whole other thing. But right behind that knowing is that abandonment, that being cast aside. There's that full energy. This could very well be a case of you think your person has done something, or you feel like your person has done something that they shouldn't have done. And whatever you're feeling is correct, whether it's actually come out yet or not. When I clarify this energy of you being willing, at the least being willing to put in the work and effort on something, I get the Five of Cups, Six of Swords, Two of Cups, Eight of Swords. We've already seen this Five of Cups, Scorpio energy, sadness and remorse about the past. It's where your focus is. You're focused on the loss. You're focused on the past. You're focused on the history. You're focused on what you don't have, what's been spilled, what's been wasted, and you're feeling all of that. You're feeling all that negative, low vibrational energies. There's still a connection in the background for you. Still two upright cups in the background for you. We have those same two cups right here. That's the connection between you. That could be why you're willing to put the work in. There's a piece of you that's torn because of all the past, all of what you had and what you still have in that connection. Even though a big piece of it's been spilled out, there's still that piece of you that wants to pull that direction. But then there's also that other piece of you that sees everything that's been wasted here. I think you're conflicted about whether or not it can be fixed, much more than you're conflicted about whether or not you're willing to work on it. It looks like you are willing to work on it. Six of Swords, Aquarius energy. This is about moving forward into calmer waters. The Five of Swords, the card before this, is a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. It's a conflict, it's a fight, it's probably the end of a connection, a betrayal. It's something really, really painful psychologically. This is about moving away from that painful thing and moving forward toward what you want. The problem is that there's an implied choice that comes with this moving forward away from a painful thing. That painful thing has already happened. You can't change that at this point. Your real choice is, do you carry the burden that pain caused you into your future? Do you let it stay in the background running everything like they have? Or do you carry forward into your future the lessons that painful thing taught you so that something like this never happens to you again? That's your real choice here. But there is a moving forward and leaving something painful behind energy. Sometimes this is an energy of trying to decide, am I moving forward with you or without you? Can we leave the bullshit in the past and move forward together? Or can you not leave that in the past and I have to leave you behind in order to move forward? And there's this, again, torn, conflicted, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I can't make up my mind kind of an energy. And it's, again, about another decision here. I've got a decision of 2 tied right next to this do I or don't I leave energy here. Do I or don't I move on? Because there's a connection. There's still this energy of waiting on the connection, but then we have this 8 of Swords and we're Gemini energy of being stuck in your head, grinding on something over and over and over to where you just can't shut your mind down and you're looping and thinking it through again and again, like overthinking. This is a self-imposed mental prison of your own thoughts right here. This is about someone not knowing what the safe step to take is and not wanting to make a mistake. So they feel stuck and trapped and blocked because they can't see what's going on around them. They feel like their hands are tied. They feel like there's no safe place to move here in order to get what you want. But then if this person is operating from this detached place because they're self-indulgent, overindulgent, maybe they have an addiction of some kind here with this Devil energy, something's clearly off about them. And if you're stuck on this connection and rethinking the connection over and over and over and over again, it's keeping you stuck in it. The last cards that came out for you came out together, the Sun and the Lovers. Now, generally, this would be freaking awesome right here to get these 2 cards. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's Leo Major Arcana energy. Happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Really hard to get a better card than that when that's what it means. It can also represent illumination, as in something was hidden in the dark by the moon, the secret being kept. We've seen the High Priestess, that she can indicate that there's some stuff going on that you don't know about, and it's not time to know until your intuition tells you what's going on, and that's how it gets exposed. This can be something getting exposed, the sun being shined on it, the light being shined on it so you can see it for what it is. If that's the case, it's another love connection here. The Lovers would be a choice between lovers. A long time ago, before this card was called the Lovers, it used to be called the Choice. So many times it represents a choice in a powerful love connection. Like, do I stay or do I go? Can we balance this or not? Should I or should I not put the work in on this? Could be that. It could be there's happiness here, but there's clearly a choice. It could also be that something's getting exposed about the connection. Something's getting exposed about a choice between more than one lover. So let's clarify this and find out how that goes. Tell me more about the Sun and the Lovers. Why is that here for Aquarius? October 20, 2030, please. Let's see. Bottom of the deck. Knight of Swords. Again, already seen it on this side. Over here, your person's final card. Very fast moving, forward moving energy. Decisive, impulsive, like doing it without thinking about it first. Doing it without thinking about it while I'm doing it. Just doing it, and I don't think about it until it's already done. 3 of Cups. This has got 2 distinct meanings. This can be reconciliation. This could be being reunited and celebrating. Just as easily, this could be a 3rd cup of love has been involved. There are 3 cups of love in the picture. This could be third party thing. I just did it. didn't think about it first. Now it's getting exposed, and I'm playing the blame game and pointing fingers. When I clarify this, I get Page of Wands, Four of Pentacles. And that flips out of my hand and lands right here on this narcissist card. Ten of Cups. I know Ten of Cups is supposed to be a good card, and it just didn't feel good right then. Page of Wands. This is the minor arcana version of the Fool. This is not quite as throw caution to the wind as the Fool. This is more about passionate communicating, like passionate messages. And this is the willingness to take the very first steps down a brand new path towards something that there's passion, desire for. That's sitting directly next to sadness and remorse about the past. Four of Pentacles, this is Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. There's this energy here of leaving it behind and moving forward, but I don't want to let go of it, which is why I'm back and forth about it and weighing the pros and cons. It's why I'm internally conflicted about it, torn. It's why I'm still waiting to see what happens here. Ten of Cups. I'm supposed to have in rows here. I was hoping that this would be next to the Nine of Cups, so we have progress happening, but it's not. If I follow it over, it's next to the Two of Cups. A choice in this connection, decision about the connection. It's also next to waiting and it not materializing yet and expecting it to, and waiting on it some more. But this is that happily ever after card. This is that happy fairy tale ending, that happy fairy tale romance that we all dream about. This is everyone's goal in terms of love and relationships. It's two people who are completely happy in and of themselves, who have come together into union, who are completely happy and in love and fully content with each other, making a happy little family. And it's like that's here at a certain point in time. And that's the thing that you're holding on to. And if it's all roses like that, then where's all this I'm stuck in my head energy? Where's this sadness and remorse coming from? Where's this cold, detached, it's about me more than anything else kind of an energy here? Why are you torn? Why is there something that's obviously unfair and out of balance happening? Why are you so torn? Like, that's your first two clarifiers. I'm internally conflicted and pulled two ways. I'm back and forth and I can't make up my mind that I'm off balance, so I'm just going to wait. And the person that you're waiting on is totally okay. Totally. Except for the fact that they're not. That's your energy. And this connection, Aquarius, let's take a look. Some more room here and take a look at your person's energy, because in their energy we have the King of Pentacles with that Page of Wands again and that Knight of Swords again. All core cards, all masculine energy right here, all of it. Right. Sure. King of Pentacles, this is either Taurus or Virgo energy. This would usually be like the husband, the person I'm building my world with, the person who's building their world and their life around me. Like he works together with the Queen of Pentacles to build and manage the Ten of Pentacles, that happy, stable home life where we're all abundant and we all have everything we need. Like, they build and manage that together. He builds that around her and she manages it. This can be like someone who is a business person or an independent contractor or works for themselves. They're good at building and managing their own physical assets and resources. I don't know if this is trying to tell me husband. I did see reference to being walled off from the Hierophant, which is commitment. I see Ten of Cups here. I see Justice and the Lovers and the Sun. Like, something's bad wrong here. Why is the King of Pentacles first card for Aquarius' romantic person of interest in October 2023? Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess again. She who knows. Is your intuition, your gut feelings telling you something about them? Something that you don't have any actual physical way of knowing. King of Cups. This can also represent a very deep connection between two people. It's like deeper than just physical. It's deeper than just emotional. This could be a very powerful connection here. But could also be, I mean, it's clearly a powerful connection here. I've got the Lover's card with the Sun out here. Something's just wrong right now, and you know what it is. Like, you probably don't have the facts to support it, but you know what it is. Your person knows what it is. They're just not talking. The King of Cups does not wear his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't publicly broadcast what he's feeling. Even when what he's going through is rough and choppy and emotionally disturbing, he doesn't let you see that. Doesn't let you see when he's being the fool. He's taking leaps of faith and taking unnecessary risks. He's playing cool, calm, and collected. And you know, but you don't believe yourself. Because if you believe it, and that really happened, and you believe it, this is dead, and you don't want it to be dead. That's probably why you have such an internal conflict, and why I'm seeing the King of Swords out here twice, which is Aquarius energy. This is the conscious mind. This is the cerebral intellect here. This is your ability to think and reason and rationalize, and this is gut feelings. This requires facts and evidence, and this just requires knowing. And it's one of those things where this is probably a conflict between your head and your intuition, between what you're thinking and what you know. When I clarify the King of Pentacles, I get the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Magician. Aces are new beginnings. I've got right in the center of this shared energy of everything being hung up right in the center is two masculine energies surrounding this new beginning in love and emotions. Energy of control and energy of being a player. I'm going to go back and forth and do whatever I want based on what I desire. And now I've got two beginnings, and the person who manifests the whole situation, the master manifester, like the person who creates the situation and the world around him to be in alignment with what his will desires. Someone had the ability to do all that and probably took the actions of doing it. This Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning and passion and desire. The wand is the phallic symbol of the tarot deck, so it can represent the male phallus, using it to be intimate, sexual energy, sex, starting a new beginning in that vein, having the willingness to take the first steps in a direction related to passion and desire. Because this Knight of Swords is out here, I would say, yeah, look, willingness to take the first steps, like I just said about the page. It's their next card I'm going to get to next. They communicated about passionate things. They had the willingness to take the step, and then they just did it. Ace of Swords, this is a decision. This is like swift decision here. Cutting off the other options. There's only one option. It's to create what it is that I want. I'm doing it. This is also the sword of truth, the sword of clarity. And notice how that is hidden smack in the center of this wand and creating what I want kind of an energy. It's like, I don't think the truth is being overtly put out here, which is probably why you're dealing with this intuitive knowing versus what you actually have seen with your own eyes and can verify. Central to their energy, Page of Wands, passionate news and messages, passionate communicating, having the willingness to take the first steps down a new path towards something there's passion and desire for. Tell me about this Page of Wands, please. Why is that central? You? Okay. You can make this up. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. Again, this can be reconciliation. Doesn't seem to be jiving with what this story is telling me. So the other meaning to this is third cup of love. 3 cups of love are in the picture here. This is a third party being brought in. They had passionate communication happening. I'll be damned. 6 of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. It's another card of balance. At least it can be. It could be trying to balance the situation out. Equal give and take. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. It could be that. But it can just as easily be the merchant, meaning them, giving to 2. As in having you, having this other person. 9 of Wands. There's been pain here. This is someone hiding behind their walls. Putting barriers in place. This is that defense mechanism that happens, and it's meant to be a way to protect this person, but it doesn't protect them. It becomes their own cage, their own prison. It's so weird. Like the Devil card here, notice the Fool is in the cage with the Devil, but he doesn't realize the door is open and he could just get up and walk out of this cage anytime he wants. He just doesn't do it because he doesn't see that he can. And I'll be damned, very next card again is that 9 of Wands we were just talking about right here. Shit. The wall that gets in their way, the cage that they put themselves in, is this type of behavior where they don't think about it. They just spontaneously do it. They're just impulsive about it. This is someone who can't contain themselves. It's not that I don't think they have the ability to think about it first, because it just happens. And then they act like they're in control when they're not in control. Something inside them is in control. This thing that's never been dealt with, that's never been looked at, that they're probably in denial about and refuse to even admit it's there. When I clarify this willingness to take the first steps in a new direction toward passion, I get another ace, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Swords. So this magician, this master manifester, this person who has created the world around us here to be in alignment with their will, he's got 4 aces on the table in front of him, the 4 wands of the suits, 1111, the manifesting number. And this person has 3 of those aces right here, and the other one right here in the shared energy between the 2 of you. They have a new beginning. All 4 aces are here. They are the master manifester that has created this situation. And the other master manifester energy, the Emperor, is out here describing him as well. They're the decision maker, cold, calculated, doing things for my own best interest. Screw how you feel. I had a new opportunity present itself to me, and I took that opportunity. I realized I'm in a commitment. I realized that I'm in this committed relationship with you, but it's time for that to come to an end. This is a Gemini energy of a swift, painful ending. Sometimes this is an ending in betrayal, hence the swords in the back, stabbed in the back. Sometimes this is just an ending that you didn't see coming, hence the swords in the back. If you saw it coming, they'd be in your front. This is an ending that was created by this person. It looks like the ending to a commitment. Whether that's the ending to a marriage, I have 2 references here that could be talking about this is husband or this is masculine type feminine energy here. I don't know. Ending to that based on this very fast moving, impulsive kind of an energy here. Didn't think it through first, just did it. Again, this is like narcissistic energy, especially when you've got something like this. It's not me, it's you. Your fault I did this. It's this situation's fault. It's my mommy's fault because she didn't treat me right when I was a little kid. It's something else. It's never them. Tell me about the Knight of Swords, please. Why is that here for Aquarius' romantic person adventures? Broke my jade dragon. Holy cow. Wish I over and split it. Jeez. Bottom of the deck. High Priestess again. Whatever is going on here. Clearly, I don't have all the details dialed in. This is a collective reading. It's really hard to gain that level of clarity on what's going on, because I'm not reading for you individually. I'm reading for thousands of Aquarius people at once. But whatever the hell is going on, you know, your intuition has been screaming at you. Five of Pentacles, abandonment, cast aside, breakup, devastating financial loss. The Fool, taking that leap of faith, throwing caution to the wind, taking unnecessary risks, potentially outside of the connection. Death. That's why we're here at this tower, this 10 of Swords, and we're stuck and can't move out of the heartbreak and the sadness and remorse and the thinking about it. Do I or don't I keep trying to put the work in on this? Is this or is this not the 10 of Cups? Or have I seen too much that I can't unsee at this point to believe that anymore, and that belief is crumbling apart? You already know the answer. When I clarify this Knight of Swords energy, the Star, the Hermit, Judgment, Five of Swords. Star is the Aquarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of healing. It's a card of hope. It's a card of wish fulfillment. In a love reading, this can indicate that someone feels like this other person is the one for me, like they're a gift from the universe for me. They're mine and just for me. This is also card 17 of the Major Arcana. Card 16, the one right before this in the sequence, is the Tower. So you don't make it to the Star without going through a tower of some kind first. The collapse of some important structure in a person's life. This is having hope that something can be healed. This is tied directly to new physical, can touch it opportunity presenting itself. Physical opportunity. Get the wand out. Do something with that physically. Just having the hope that that pans out is what that looks like to me. I've got the Hermit next. It's kind of bizarre, but the thing in the Hermit's lantern is the Star. This is a Virgo Major Arcana card. This is withdrawal. This is isolation. This is where I just came out of. This is like being forced inside yourself to do some deep internal reflection, some deep examining of yourself, trying to figure out what is it about me that I need to adjust so that I can move forward. Or this can just represent, I'm ghosting you, I'm shutting communication down, you haven't heard from me, and you're probably not going to hear from me. If you are hearing from this person, the communication is probably vastly different than it used to be. There is some internal reflection going on here, some soul searching going on about commitment and about decisions around that, severing something around that. Next I have Judgment, which is a final decision being made. Look, the first three clarifiers here are powerful Major Arcana energy. In a love reading, this is a final decision about the connection itself. Is it dead and over, or can we resurrect this? Can we bring it back from the grave? Can we bring it back to life and transform it so it's never this way again? But it doesn't look like that, because right next to it is the ending that's being manifested. Like this person is manifesting an ending. And it's also this decision of, is it dead and over, or can we bring it back? It's also tied to the Five of Swords. It's Aquarius energy of conflict. This is a bitter fight, bitter words being spoken, words being used like weapons, tongues being used like swords. This is like malicious intent. I want to hurt you. I'm going to say things just to hurt you. This is like winning at all cost mentality. This is a betrayal. This is a painful, a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. And that's twice now I've knocked this over. I've never knocked it over the entire time I've had it, and twice this reading. This looks like this person created the situation you're finding yourself in. And if you're waiting on them to make some kind of decision, they've already made it. They're totally okay in themselves. They're totally okay in themselves. You're waiting on a person who is much more concerned about their own personal happiness and wish fulfillment than they are about you or us or how you feel. Now, if you still have questions about this situation or this relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Aquarius love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.